Today I'm going to show you how to set up CrewAI from scratch, and then I'm going to show you how to install Langtrace so that you can track everything going on in your AI agent application. Langtrace partnered with me on this video. I'm super excited to show it to you because it's incredibly important when you're building applications on AI that you actually have some visibility into what's going on, where tokens are being spent, quality, and other insights that Langtrace can give you. So let's get right into the tutorial. All right, so I'm going to be using VS Code today, and the first thing we need to do is just make sure CrewAI is installed, the CrewAI tools are installed, and if you already have it installed, we'll also update it just in case. So very simple, pip install CrewAI. All right, so I already had it installed. That went quite quickly. And then I'm going to install the CrewAI tools. So those are the tools that the agents can actually use. So pip install, in quotes, CrewAI brackets tools. Hit enter. All right, next we're going to create a new CrewAI project, and it really could not be easier. So CrewAI create crew, and we're gonna call it demo. And there we go. Okay, so downloading, great. Select a provider to set up. So today we're gonna be using OpenAI, and of course you could set up anything you want, including locally. Select a model. We're gonna be using GPT-4o today. So I'll select number 2, and then we're gonna enter our OpenAI API key. All right, so next come to OpenAI, and we're gonna go to platform.openai.com/API-keys, create new secret key. I'm gonna call it demo-YT. And as always, I will revoke this key. I haven't said that in a while, I feel like, but yeah, I'm gonna revoke the key, don't worry. So create secret key, copy, switch back to VS Code, let's paste it in, hit enter. And there we go. It is really that easy. We have our new crew set up. So it set up the entire directory that we need, all the files that we need, and now we're just gonna put together a simple crew. And then I'm gonna show you installing Langtrace so that we can actually track everything going on. And then I'm gonna show you what you actually get from Langtrace. So now that we have everything created, go ahead, go up to File, Open Folder, and we're gonna select the folder that we just created. Okay, here's the entire structure, just like I mentioned. Now, what we need to do is open up the config folder and then go to agents.yaml. Now, these are basic agents right here. First, let's just make sure it works out of the box. So we have our researcher agent. The role is to research a topic, and here's the topic, senior data researcher. The goal, uncover cutting edge developments in whatever the topic is, and then a nice little backstory here. Then we have the reporting analyst, who is meant to take all of that information and then put it into a report that is nice. So here we have role, topic reporting analyst, create detailed reports based on topic data analysis and research findings, and then a backstory. Here we have our tasks, research task, and then reporting task. And it's exactly what it sounds like. We have one agent to do the research, one agent to do the reporting. Now, here is the main file crew.py. We have our demo crew right here. We have all of our definitions and how we want to execute them. Everything is set up for you. It's all templatized just by using that one command of CrewAI create. And in all of the definitions, we have the variable topic, and this is where in main.py, we are going to define it. So AI LLMs, very basic, but we're just gonna try it out. Next, we're gonna type CrewAI install, which gets everything we need all together, downloaded to our machine, and then we're ready to run. All right, and it's done just like that. And now we run it. Now, when it's done, it should output a report.md file. And let's see, so agent AI LLMs, senior data researcher, there we go, pulling a bunch of information about it. Now we have the reporting analyst. Review the context you got and expand each topic into a full section for a report. All right, there we go. We have the full report and it's done. Again, very basic, but we just want to make sure this is working before I actually show you how awesome getting Langtrace is and really being able to see behind the curtains what's going on. There's report.md and there it is. So we have the detailed report on recent AI developments, emergence of multimodal models, increased focus on ethical AI, and so on. Now remember, Langtrace is fully open source if you just want to download it and use it, but today I'm going to be using it through their interface. So I went to langtrace.ai, I clicked sign up, and here we go. What's the company name? Forward future, company size, 1 to 10, industry, other, how did you find us? Word of mouth. Next, give your project a name, demo. So next we're going to select all of the LLMs, vector DBs, and frameworks that we're using. So here I'll select Crew and OpenAI. So create project. All right. So here we go. First, we're going to install the Langtrace SDK. So almost identical to how we did with Crew. We're going to copy this. We're going to switch back over to our project and we're going to do pip install langtrace-python-sdk and it should install. Okay, so that's done. Got a few errors here, but shouldn't be an issue. Next, we're going to generate an API key. Next, we're going to take the code to initialize the SDK. We're going to copy it, switch back to Visual Studio Code. We're going to put it in main.py. So right here on line 5, I'll just add it right there. So it's saying not resolved. So we'll figure out if we can get that working. And now let's run it. Let's see what happens. So now we're running it. It might not work because the dependency has not been resolved, but we'll see. Yeah. Okay, so I didn't have the right interpreter selected. So all I did was hit Command-Shift-P, select interpreter, and then I made sure to use this one with base in it. So now it should work. Let's run it. CrewAI run. So we ran it and we can see right here, initializing Langtrace SDK. It's literally that simple. That's all you have to do. Then the agents did the research, put together the report, and output the report. We have the report in report.md, but now here's where it gets really cool. We go back to Langtrace, and now our demo project has information in it. One trace, because we've only run it once, so we're going to click it, and here's what we can see. So interestingly enough, it shows that we were actually using GPT-4o Mini, which I didn't know, but apparently we are, and that's fine. It's a pretty simple crew, so we don't really need like O1 or even 4o standard. Here we can see the inputs. You are AI LLM's senior data researcher. Here's all the internal thinking from the agents. Here's the crew, current task, so we have all of the trace. If we click into one of these inputs, we can actually see the trace details. So here's the crew kickoff, crew created, the task gets executed, another task created, the agent executes the task, so we can see everything going on when it hits light LLM, how long it takes for each step of the stack. And then here we can select or deselect anything. So I don't really care about light LLM, so I'm going to remove that. The only two things I care about for now are CrewAI and OpenAI. And we can actually see which ones are taking which amount of time. So the kickoff, 26 seconds, the task to execute, 7 seconds, and so on. So we can see all of them. And then if we click over to the metrics tab, we can see all of our usage as well, which of course is super helpful. So here we have the total tokens over time in the last 12 hours. So we have the input tokens, the output tokens, and the total tokens. Over here, we have the total cost. We can see that that one run was very inexpensive, a fraction of a penny. And then we can see the trace count as well. And when you're using Langtrace, you can actually get an entire CrewAI dashboard just like this. And to do that, you simply go to settings and then onto the project type, there's a CrewAI project type. Then go back to the CrewAI dash and you can use the arrow keys like so to navigate through your different sessions. So right here, we can see the total duration per session run. If we scroll down, we can see different agents right here. And of course, we can see the stack trace right here with all of the times broken down. Here are the task details. If we had memory, it would add the memory details there. We're not using that right now. And of course, if we're using tools, it would be right here. Langtrace takes just 2 minutes to set up, and then it automatically surfaces insights from all of your agentic sessions. So let's run it again and see what happens when we get another trace. So I'm going to switch back to VS Code and I'm going to run it again. So just output another report and it's done. All right. And automatically without refreshing the page, we have the second run, the crew.kickoff. We can see the time that it happened right there. And just like the last time, we get all the information that we need. Let's click into one of them and let's see. So about the same amount of time throughout the stack trace. So if we scroll over, we have more data over here, input tokens, output tokens, total tokens, cost, everything that we saw in the metrics. Let's go back, click over to metrics, and now we have more information. So we can see the cost doubled because we ran it twice. Now, if we want to use multiple models, we can definitely do that and it'll track each one independently. So let's try that. Let's see what happens if we use different models from OpenAI. All right, so in crew.py, we're going to change the LLM. So for this one, I'm going to use GPT-4o. And for the reporting analyst, let's try O1. Let's see what happens. So I added 2 custom LLMs. For the researcher, I added LLM equals GPT-4o, and for the reporting analyst, LLM equals O1 mini. So by default, Crew uses GPT-4o mini. Now we're going to be using these two new models, and it should all get back to Langtrace so we can see what we did. All right, so it's done. There's the end of the report. We have the report right here. And now let's go back to Langtrace, and there it is. Perfect. Look at that. Now it shows the model GPT-4o O1 mini. And we can also see, because we're using O1, it took a lot more time, 45 seconds this time. And if we scroll over, the cost is likely to be much higher. So there's the output cost right there, much, much higher versus the GPT-4o mini of a fraction of a penny. So much higher just for that one run. So that's the kind of information that Langtrace can give you. You can also see quality stats. You can say, okay, where's the right balance between quality and cost and speed? All of it. So I really encourage you to check out Langtrace. It is awesome if you are building production-ready AI applications, and it's completely open source. You can also use their paid hosted version, of course, and it's really cool. And they're great partners, and I want to thank them again for partnering with me on this video. If you want to see more of these tutorial style videos, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.